No demons or vampires to slay. I'm here with my friends.
Good. Bit of time. That is chic, mate. Oh, hello. Are we just... Oh, this looks well like Hereditary, mate. Nah, yeah, get out there, dude. Run. Well done. No, she did the... she made the hard call. Oh, God. We got a cult. We got a cult. Action roll. Mother. Is that all she was known by? Dad. Sorry. All caps, though. Do you know what I mean? I saw a pyramid. We got Illuminati. We got Illuminati. All right, then. But yeah, the episode's called Reptile Boy, but this is all very human so far. Interesting. That's not ideal. What?
And you laugh at everything he says.
No. Don't do that. Not doing yourself any favors there, mate. Trust me.
You could ask him for coffee some night.
Yes.
The non-relationship drink of choice.
What? You can have coffee on a date? Hang on, have I been doing it right?
What's like a relationship?
Coffee?
Mate, yes.
I happen to be dating a Delta Zeta Kappa.
Ooh, an extraterrestrial.
To be fair, I was going to make a joke that was kind of in the vein of what Xander just said, so fair enough. You know what?
There's no excuse for tardiness or letting your guard down.
It's true.
Are you going to be prepared if a demon springs up behind you and does this?
Well, Giles, mate, go a bit quicker, yeah? It's true, though. Don't get complacent.
And the little slice of life that still belongs to me. Can I do what I want then?
Buffy, you think I don't know what it's like to be 16?
No.
No, yeah, not anymore.
I don't know what it's like to be 16.
Uh-huh.
And a girl and the slave.
Also that, yeah.
No, I don't.
Okay, good. No, good on him. He backed down, good. But also, sorry, I do feel like as an adult, like me now, I'm not as old as Giles. I would not presume to think what it's like to be a teenager today, honestly. Because it's not only just because I'm sure it's completely different in certain ways as well, right? The world has changed and it's changed, right? That aside, I'm out of touch with that. And I think we do, as humans, we do forget. I commentate on media a lot, and I notice that adults really do think that children can't handle a lot, that teens can't handle a lot. It dips a little bit into purity culture right nowadays. We think that teens can't deal with the concept of death, of dying, of loss, of sadness. You know, we're so obsessed sometimes, I think, especially with media nowadays, with hiding young people from that. And it's like, why? I think you get a lot from that, truthfully. As a child, right? If you're exposed to negative things such as that, when you are perhaps approached by them in a way that you don't have a choice, like it's just going to happen, you're going to have to confront that eventually. If you've never had any experience with that, even in a safe environment, watching a show in the safety of your own home with your parents there, you know, if you haven't had that experience, I do feel like you struggle more. Like you're more likely to struggle more later in life having not had that. I think we do underestimate what it's like to be a young person. And I think as you grow up, we do forget how robust we are as humans, even when we're young. And sorry, yeah, digression, but I think it's relevant. And I think Buffy has a point. I actually don't forget all of the other stuff. Forget this, you know, he doesn't know what it's like to be a young girl. Forget that he doesn't know what it's like to be a slayer. That aside, sure, I agree with that. But also, at its basic level, I don't think Giles, as an adult man, I think he's forgotten what it's like to be a young person. And all this circles back towards the thing that I've been talking about a lot of, as much as Buffy has this huge responsibility, it's very important for her to have time where she is, as we saw at the beginning of the episode, with her friends, doing nothing, hanging out, and being a kid, and having social time and having friends and being part of that community, being a kid, and so important for her mental health. And I think that channels into her life as a slayer, which needs to be maintained.
Who needs a social life when you've got your very own hellmouth?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about this, yeah.
Well, here's a hard fact of life.
Go on.
We all have to do things we don't like. I suggest you come straight here at the end of period 6 and don't dawdle with your friends.
Dude, come on.
Sitting there pouting is going to get to me because it won't. It's not getting to me.
No, I think he's being overly harsh there. I understand it. It's important stuff, but...
Okay.
Oh, is she going to be dating a cult member? Going to be the guy in it.
Cordelia.
Oh, she's the next victim. Of course she is.
It's gonna be a really special evening. Excuse me?
Excuse me.
So who's your friend?
Her? Oh, she's not my friend.
No, bring her, please.
She's amazing.
Alright, mate, simmer down.
I don't really want to meet any fraternity boys.
Fair, valid.
Hi, sweetheart. I'm Richard, and you are?
So not interested.
Feel free to ignore him.
Oh, we got Mr. Nice Guy, I see. Okay.
Yeah, I just feel like a complete dolt meeting you this way.
What a predator.
Are you a senior here?
Junior.
Oh, me too.
Oh, yeah.
Except that I'm a senior and I'm in college.
Okay.
She's gonna walk away. My friend invited your friend to a party we're having this week.
Cordelia.
I only joined the fraternity because my father and grandpa were in it before me.
Nepotism.
Buffy! I'm going to attack you.
Very polite. Thank you. She's just gonna beat him up. I feel like that would be warranted at this point. Like, you know, like a gentle one, you know? Mate, do you not want a jacket?
There's blood on it. I could smell it.
Of course you can.
You just want to have coffee or something.
Coffee?
Yes! Angel! Cafe!
You're 16 years old. I'm 241.
Yes. Stop mentioning it, though, if you want me to.
I want out of this conversation.
Because it's uncomfortable, right?
If we date,
It's weird.
you and I both know one thing's gonna lead to another.
What? What do you mean?
This isn't some fairy tale.
I'm dangerous. Say it.
When you kiss me, I want to die.
What? Just a weird interaction in general, to be honest.
Did you lose weight? And your hair?
What do you want?
I respect you too much to be dishonest.
No, you don't.
I'm talking about Richard Anderson. Anderson Farms, Anderson Aeronautics, Anderson Cosmetics.
Too many fingers in too many pies, if you ask me, mate. Do you know what I mean? Just take them out. Take them out! I don't want your nasty fingers in my pie. Okay, this got away from me, I'll be honest with you. I'm a germaphobe, it got personal.
I'll go.
You'll go?
Yeah, this is the thing now because of everything personal that's happening. With Buffy, she needs a distraction, something to, you know, plaster over the heartache, the sadness, and everything that's going on with Angel, right? But this is good. This is good. This is going to mean Cordelia is safe because the culty boys have got shenanigans planned, I'm sure.
I pledge my life and my death.
And your death.
Zeta Kappas, on my oath,
I promise to keep our secret.
A little bit gay, isn't it?
to keep our secret to my death.
Hey, go for it, boys. Do you know what I mean? Spank those abs!
You're now one of us.
Now we fuck.
Frisky time.
Frisky time? I know that's not what he said.
So what's a girl like you doing in a place like this?
Do you know what I mean? The girl's imprisoned, you know, treated horribly. They're like, nah, get away, we don't want you. This little lad over here got his shirt off. This guy poking his sword on the fella's abs. I'm just saying, boys, okay? You don't have to go this far. Let her go. Do what you're here to do.
God, I love high school girls.
I don't think you do, buddy. Apologies, my mic stopped recording. I think I pulled out the wire at some point. I realised and fixed it in a bit, but the sound is gonna suck for a bit. I would have just cut it out, but it happened as I was talking about integral things in relation to what I think about the episode.
Who's Tom?
The frat guy.
Oh, Buffy, I don't think so.
He's got one shtick really, hasn't he? A lot of the time. Like, look, hey, I will be completely honest with you. I have found Xander funnier this season than he was last season. I think they've refined the jokes, at least, in a way that they are genuinely funnier. I think the actor has also come up, like, no shade for season one. I know someone commented, actually, that he was very new to acting in season one. He's come on leaps and bounds. He's a much better actor than he was in season one. Genuine props. And this is a writing thing. This is nothing to do with the actor or the delivery or anything like that. But it's a little bit boring now. And I think every episode that I've had in the last few videos, it just seems like this is Xander's whole shtick. I know there's other elements to him, but I'm just a little bit bored by that. Do you know what I mean? And to be honest, maybe, look, I will be quite honest with you. We're not that far in the episode. We're about 17 minutes in. I'm a little bit bored by the episode so far. So that might be influencing me a little bit because it's like another thing that I'm like, again, stop it. No, something new. Do you know what I mean? Just being honest. Just being honest. So we'll obviously see how the episode goes from here. We've still got quite a little bit left to go. But yeah, the Xander thing is annoying, isn't it? Oh, hello, sir.
E.N.T.
Ent! Look at the trees.
And there's blood on it. Angel showed up.
The blood? There's a guy you want to party with?
Stop. But this is the thing. Xander can do this stuff. They can write Xander to do this stuff, but it's every line he has.
Hey, here's what we're gonna do. She should probably make the rounds again tonight.
Right, this line. Influenced by this thing with Buffy. Every single line.
She's standing right here, and she's not available.
Good.
My mom's not really feeling well. I'm not feeling all that well myself.
You should stay home with your mother.
You lied to Giles.
She kind of has to at this point, though. We've seen how belligerent he's being with it. And what other option has she got, right? And she's not having a good time. We've seen that in this episode, you know, with the Angel stuff, as well as all of the other stuff. The balance, the Slayer versus the teen girl life. The balance not being so perfect right now. Giles on her case as well. She's not having a good time. So it's like, in that moment where she was like, hey, I'm here. I can talk right now as well. Like, can you ask me? You're talking about me and you're deciding things for me. Hey, like, I appreciate her taking a stand there. And hey, that's good writing. writing. That's what I want to see. But that's what I mean. She doesn't have a lot of choice based on how she's feeling and where she is emotionally right now. I'm sorry, but like, it's a big deal's not being made out of it. But Xander as well coming at her and doing this all the time. She would be well within her rights to be like, dude, hey, as my friend, doing this and trying to take me away from boys that make me happy, because, you know, talk about it all you want, and I have been, right? That's been me, talking negatively about Angel and the frat guy who's the cult member, right? As much as I'm saying all that, from Buffy's perspective, that's what makes her happy, right? And she should be allowed that choice. And it's like every time something like that happens, some element of happiness that she finds in other people, if they're a guy around the same age, Angel, Xander comes in and does his thing, and it's like, that's so annoying as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, so she's dealing with all this stuff, Xander included, these little passive-aggressive, subtle digs. Talk about it as much as you want, he's putting himself between her and where she's finding happiness. When you know that context, she has very little choice but to lie to Giles.
Once in a great while, I want to have some fun. That's what I'm going to have tonight. Fun.
Yeah, good.
And laugh at the appropriate intervals.
You need to drop that, dude.
We're gonna have a blast.
Understandable.
I can't believe she lied to Giles.
Why?
We'll help Giles.
I'm going to the party.
Leave her alone.
You gotta keep an eye on Buffy. Those frat guys creep me.
The thing is, though, he's not acting in a very good way. He really isn't. Like, just leave her alone. This is the thing. What's annoying about this moment is that I feel like it's going to get justified because he's going to go along. Look, the show itself takes part in two worlds, right? We have the high school world and we have the supernatural of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, right? And a lot of my comments on Xander have been in the high school world. What the show, I feel like, is doing now, because he's going to, I don't know, but I feel like he's going to go to the party. We know it's a cult. We know supernatural stuff is going on. And I feel like the only reason Xander's going to end up going and being there is he's going to save somebody. Maybe Cordelia, maybe help out with Buffy, maybe be a help to, you know, resolving the issue, the supernatural. And so, in essence, him going, which is very toxic, right, in this high school world. That's why I say there's two worlds, right? Because the toxicity comes from the high school, the normal stuff. And unfortunately, the way that I see it going at the moment is that the supernatural stuff is going to work to normalize and excuse his toxic behavior, right? Which I don't really like, because he's stifling Buffy. That's the reason he wants to go. Whatever the end result of that is, his motivation for going is that. Whatever the consequences are, the motivation for him going is toxic. And I don't like that. I feel like the consequences are going to help try to justify that toxicity, because I don't think that's a healthy representation of how you should be behaving.
Oh, is there alcohol in this?
Just a smidge.
Define smidge, buddy.
I understand. When I was your age, I wasn't into grown things either.
Whoa, buddy. Don't. Okay.
New girl!
Whoa.
Please. Come on!
What is he doing?
Could I have this now?
Okay, great. This guy just ran at her across the room. What?
We're not all a bunch of drunken lump.
Yeah, I wish that she could have a nice experience with this guy. I just feel like he is part of it.
I'm really glad that you decided to come, and you're not.
Almost in a more egregious way as well, because he's cleverer with his manipulation.
There's such a thing as being too mature. Relax.
Is this when you roofie her? Good, I'm glad that Xander's having a good time. See, this guy, predatorize Xander.
Never seen before in my life.
But you like what you see.
He got us a crasher.
Oh, okay. Okay, reverse it, fair enough. Maybe Buffy's gonna have to rescue him. I'm game for that. Get your sleuthing skills on, mate. Man, he can't leave her alone, can he?
You okay?
By the way, I should say that as much as I was saying how I'm not particularly enamored with this episode, I do like that it's bringing to the forefront this toxic behavior and the way that, you know, frat boys and this cult is very predatory. And there's absolutely the implication that they are drugging people. And I think especially when this was made, having this be a message and at the forefront and as a warning, right? Something to look out for, I think is healthy. And I think that's good. I don't know. I'm just not super entertained, not super engaged with the story they're trying to tell through it.
What the hell?
No.
I'm tired of being mature.
Yeah. Okay. Again, I don't really see any other eventuality that comes from everything that we've had in the episode so far leading up to this point where she doesn't drink that, considering where she's at emotionally.
Kent, that's...
Are you kidding me? Like, when I saw it and it was Ent, I was like, Kent, as in Clark Kent. I was going to make a Superman joke, but I was like, I couldn't think of a Superman joke, so I just left it. Yes, a lot of my commentary is dependent on whether I can make jokes about it. Shut up.
A missing girl.
Tom?
There it is.
Dollface! Keep on dancing.
Yeah, lots of elements I feel like in this episode that just go towards not making me like the episode so much. Because again, the pledge stuff, and I mean, this is still an issue today, right? Presenting the idea of men dressing in women's clothes as a negative thing. Still an issue today. It's something that you see in media and it's not so great and it is what it is, right? Especially in older stuff. And usually I would just gloss over it. But I feel like this episode is a lot of stuff that just bugs me. I'm sorry, I don't know if this video is going to be like super enjoyable to watch because of that. I'm sorry. I am sorry, but do you know what I mean? Like, it just seems like one thing after the other that just kind of bugs me a little bit. Because, but sorry, just elephant in the room, if it's not obvious from the way that I'm speaking, like, clothing isn't gendered. Lipstick isn't gendered. People of all genders can wear that kind of thing. It's not embarrassing. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's not a bad thing. You don't look stupid. And presenting it that way is not so good. And it's ignorant. Yeah, you were quick on that, mate, weren't you? This is the thing. I think the through line of the episode in the predatory nature of some men.
Get away from me.
Oh, good.
I wasn't doing anything. I saw what.
Okay, good. Fair enough. I will eat my shit. I'm happy. If he ends up being a good guy, genuinely, I'm happy about that. No, what I was going to say, because sorry, I'm aware that this video is very negative because I'm not enjoying the episode so much, but I think the through line is very important. And I think presenting the danger for just women in general, but especially young girls, that they face in regard to this kind of stuff, I think it's important. And I think it's an important story to tell and to have on screen. And so for that, I like the episode. For that, I think the episode deserves a little bit of something.
Well, she's not here for your fun, you pervert.
Okay.
She's here for the pleasure of the one we serve.
Not so good.
And that goes for the other one, too.
Okay, so this guy is more of a fanatic, though. Oh. Okay.
If there are others?
How many? Yikes.
What did they do to us? They drugged us.
Yeah, I mean, Buffy's going to be able to break out of these chains, right?
One of them's different than the others. Nicer.
Do you know what is good as well? He was a nice guy. He presents himself as a nice guy. That's how he's been presented in the episode. And tacking that on to what I've been talking about and how important this story is to tell and to represent this on screen. It is important to present the guys that do this as nice guys because they can come across as nice. And I don't think often guys who do this are associated with that, right? So I think that's a really nice inclusion into the episode to show that actually nice guys can be bad people too. Nice, good-looking guys can be bad people too. And it's almost like, what can you do against that, right? How as a woman are you supposed to know who to trust? And that's scary.
Why'd I ever let you talk me into coming here?
The reflection thing. How do you shave?
It's a good question.
The fraternity house. Buffy!
Yeah, you gotta just tell him, dude.
She lied to me?
That's your behavior, mate. She lied to you because of your behavior, so you gotta change that.
Why do you think she went to that party? Because you gave her the brush off. And you never let
Good, Willow.
thing except work and patrol. She's the chosen one, but
Yes.
you're killing her with the pressure.
Yes, Willow. Beautiful. What a friend.
You don't have time for a cup of coffee?
Yeah, buddy. But he did offer her coffee, to be fair.
Okay, you've got to help Buffy.
I like this. I really like this. The fact that all of these issues that we've been seeing throughout the episode, actually, people like Angel, people like Giles, they're being held up to account for that behavior.
We call you Makita.
Here we go. This is the thing. I guess you can slay Makita, right? But it doesn't change the attitude of these boys. Oh. Okay. No, I am impressed with that, you know? I wasn't sure what we were going to get there.
Being hunkered.
Well. Oh, hello.
I saw them through the window. They were wearing robes and went down to the basement. I was going to use it to sneak in.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not exactly what I thought it was going to be, right? Xander didn't go in to save the day, but he was there to gather information and to come out and tell those guys, right? And I feel like him being at that party, like I said, I feel like the motivation for that was very toxic, right? He can't leave her alone. He can't give her a space. When that was expressly what she wanted, it's why she came here. The supernatural side of things is all well and good, but when it's kind of coming in to make better or present a toxic thing in this high school world, in the normal world, this toxic thing as, actually, no, it's good because he was there to help and say that it's not an ideal way to write that, in my opinion. Which I think this episode is actually trying to expose toxic behavior of men specifically. That's the whole point of the episode, right? And so I feel like what I'm talking about with Xander unravels that and makes the message weaker, which is the message they're clearly going for. Like I've said, telling this story is good for the reasons that I have said, but I think the Xander inclusion and the way that he's been presented in this episode works against that.
Something's going on upstairs.
That is a cool costume though. that he's got on. Like, whatever they're doing for the snake guy, 10 out of 10. Come on, Buffy. Yeah. Kick in!
You talk too much.
Beautiful. Oh, God. Ooh.
You saved us.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been so happy to...
Okay. Jalsy boy, now would be a good time to apologise.
I told one lie, had one drink.
Very nearly devoured by a giant demon.
That's not on her, though.
Words, let that be a lesson or a tad ridiculous.
No, excuse you. Come on.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
Good.
I drive you too hard because I know what you have to face.
Yeah, I get it, but that's a little bit tired now, mate.
No more pushing, no more prodding.
Good.
Young men are the only way.
No, that shouldn't be the message. No.
They've all been sentenced to consecutive life sentences, and older bones dating back 50 years.
Wow.
Angel, angel, angel. Every conversation we have to come around to that freak. Hey, man, how you doing?
Angel.
Xander. I hear this place serves coffee.
Yes! Coffee!
If you want.
Yeah, sometime.
Cool, whatever. Look, man, I know that this is gonna happen, and when I'm just gonna have to get on board, right? Alrighty. Yeah, look, I'm sorry. I know that this video has been a little bit negative. I didn't love the episode. I think what they were trying to go for, while they succeeded in some ways that I've talked about, they were unsuccessful in others and weakened what they were trying to do. What did I love, though? I loved Willow coming in at the end and actually holding Angel and Giles up to account. I think that was beautiful, and I think, you know, I stopped the video to talk about Buffy's state of mind and where she is and how the decisions she was making are completely valid, and I understand exactly why she's making those decisions based on where she is and what's happening and what Giles is doing, what Angel is doing. And to have Willow come and be like, no, she's acting this way because of you guys. Brilliant. Love that. I love, like I say, the theme of the episode in demonstrating how dangerous it is for women in general, but young girls, right? And I think presenting Tom in the way that he was presented was really healthy, a really healthy representation, and really important to kind of have that in media and show that the nice guys, the good guys can be bad people too, just because of the way someone looks, and as much as they might be good looking and talk the good talk, that doesn't mean that you should let your guard down, right? Yeah, I've waxed lyrical a little bit about Xander this episode, so I'll leave that there. Yeah, I stand by it. I think this thing of justifying his toxicity this episode by being like, it's fine, he was there to help save the day at the end, isn't very good. And I think, like I say, weakens the message of the episode. Again, there are good parts to his characters. I can enjoy Xander, and I do enjoy Xander. You've seen me, you know, enjoying his character this season. I think more so. But I think when it becomes every single time there is another guy in the scene, that's what his character becomes, and it's so tiring. It's tiresome. And maybe I was judging him harshly because, like I say, the episode itself I didn't connect to in the way that I usually do. I think this episode was like a combination of things happening that kind of made me a little bit more disfavourable to the episode, and maybe I'm being harsher for that. Maybe. I mean, this is all just my opinion, right? And if you disagree, if you like this episode for whatever reason, then absolutely power to you. I'm not trying to take that away from anybody. And again, I hate making content that is kind of largely negative. I don't go out of my way to do that. That's never my intent. And I try to kind of explain my reasoning, my thinking for why I don't like something if I don't like something. So hopefully I've justified that enough. But yeah, that was Reptile Boy. I hope you've enjoyed the video all the same. Links down in the description if you'd like to support me. I've got Patreon, YouTube memberships down there, along with some novellas if you want to support me that way as well. Thank you genuinely to those who do support me. Watch this video to keep good times rolling, and other than that, I will see you very, very soon.